Hey, I'm just going to make sure that this is loading up correctly on Facebook. So I'll go to my main profile here. And it looks like it's going. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to create a blog post from scratch using Conversion AI and a few other tools. SEO Minion is another tool we're going to use. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Google. And we are going to search for email marketing. Okay, so that'll be a topic that we'll make the blog post about. Now, SEO Minion lets you download all sorts of stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to download the frequently asked questions. And I'm going to download the people also ask. So it is grabbing that. I'm going to have a sip of my coffee while it does that. Now, while it's doing that, I'm going to create a new document in Conversion AI. We'll do the long form assistant and write a blog post answering top questions about email marketing. Okay. Let's see if it comes up with any ideas. And we will do with that one. I'll have it come up with some ideas. Go with this one for now. I'll open the editor. I'll switch it to long. It looks like that's just going to start answering some questions. I could use those. I'm not going to this time. Let's see if the Google thing is done yet. That's at 38%. I'm going to open up the other file I've got. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy these. All right. And then I'm just going to open, I think I'll do a Google Sheet. So we'll do sheets.google.com. You could use Excel, you could use whatever. I'm going to do a blank document. And we'll go with question. And paste those in. Okay. And we'll see if it's done extracting that information. Not yet, so it's going to grab that. So if you've got any questions about what we're doing so far, you can comment and let me know, and I'll try to answer any of those. This is something that I've been having some success with here. Here's another post I did. This is one I did yesterday, and I answered 91 questions about affiliate marketing, and I put them on my site. And this was all using this tool, the same process I want to share with you on our video that we're doing right now. I answered those questions. I mean, 195 people have already liked this article, and I haven't even sent any paid traffic to it. So pretty cool. In fact, I did another article and video on my blog where I did a brief rundown of how I did it. It's like a, I don't know, 10-minute video or so. So that'd be a good one to watch if you want to, figure this out quickly instead of watching me in real time do it. So let's see if we have 55% done. So what this is doing is it is clicking all the people also ask suggestions and grabbing that data and putting it into a spreadsheet. So this will take a few minutes and you'll get that information. And what I might want to do is, like I have a stock unlimited membership. So I'm going to look for some images that are maybe email marketing related. See if there's anything that really jumps out at me. So some of these I might use. I think this looks kind of fun. I could see myself using, one of those. You might be able to take the individual things out of here. I don't know if there'd be anything that'd be relevant, but I'm guessing you could take those out if you need, or they might be individual files. But that's some example image. I mean, there's lots of stock photo websites that you can grab stuff from. I just have a membership there. So let's see, 59%, 64. All right, so it's still going. It may go faster with me just staying on the web page. So I believe I can see your guys' questions if you have any. So if you want to, feel free to put something in. I've got something up that looks like it should show me the questions that people are asking, but I don't know for sure. So you could try just testing it out and see what it does here if you want to put something, but I think I have that connected correctly. So we're at 70%. Still going. 72. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this inside that sheet, and then I'm going to get rid of any duplicates. I'm going to get rid of any of them that don't say email marketing, because there might be some that are, email marketing or list building related, but they don't say email marketing in the actual question. So that's another thing I can do, is I can set up some other stuff. So one of the things that I did on the other one where I did this is I also set it up where I put a comma afterwards, so I could add those as tags in my post. And so you can concatenate, or however that's pronounced. And this way I can have those commas there. Those can be useful for when I'm actually putting the post up online, because those can be tags. That's also a quick way to do tags for like YouTube videos and stuff like that. So it's kind of a handy little trick. So we're 80%. We're still downloading these suggestions. It's clicking on them. Every time it clicks, it gets more of them. So this is why it takes a while. It's still going. Excuse me. Getting close. %86%. So this conversion AI tool that I'm going to use has a lot of stuff. They even have modes where they can do all sorts of different things for you, like your Facebook ads and Google ads and Amazon descriptions and headlines and captions and ideas and angles and video stuff and email subject lines and different SEO things and bios and features and benefits and all sorts of fun stuff. So you can do a lot with this tool, but we're just going to be doing what I did yesterday for my other post, And we'll do this for email marketing. I probably won't do every single question here because we'll be here for a while if we're doing that. But I'm just going to show you live how to do this for a few different questions. And then perhaps even going into WordPress and starting on it after I've got a few of them written down. So 92%. Still going. I just want to show you how much data you can get here because this is pretty cool. Oh, we're getting close, 94%. Now see, if I was doing this by hand, I would have to click on each one of these. I would have to copy and paste each question. I'd have to copy and paste the URL. It's just a pain. This is doing it for me. And I could be, playing a game or watching a movie or something, or talking to you while I'm demonstrating this. It's pretty nice how this works, and it's free, so you can get it. It's SEOminion.com. I don't think I showed you guys that. This is a website that the thing that's downloading the results for me is that. So that is still going. 99%. Oh yes, we're almost there. Okay, so here we go. And notice this is grabbing what the question is, the actual answer, if I wanted to know what the actual answer was, and then the URL, and then I think this is the title of the page it's on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to download, or I'm going to copy all 550 something ones that it thought were kind of email marketing related. I'm going to paste those in here so I have it. I'm also going to do the thing where I'm adding all the commas because I may use that at some point. Okay, now, so I'll just put that as comma. Now, what I want to do is I am going to put a filter on this so I can see. I'm going to get rid of, or I'm going to just show the ones that have email marketing in them. Okay, and then what I want to do is I'm going to sort it alphabetically. And then I'm going to get rid of any duplicates. However, what I might do first, I might just count how many things are. Count if. It's the function. This is the same in Excel. All these little function things I'm sharing. So I can copy that, and I'm going to scroll all the way down. I'm going to hit Shift, and I'll paste that. Okay. Now, one thing to do is I'm going to copy that. I'm going to paste special values only because I want to make sure I don't lose it. And I'll just put that as time so I know how many times it is. Let's see what the most popular one that kept showing up is out of just sheer curiosity. Clear those, and we'll go with 5. So does email marketing still work? How do email marketing works? So that's probably how does email marketing work? And is email marketing still effective? So that's kind of interesting. Those are definitely quite related, and it's showing those multiple times in the search results. So I'm going to clear this filter again. Select all. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort alphabetically just so I did that. Okay, good. And I'm going to get rid of duplicates. So I'm going to go data, remove duplicates, has a header row, and remove. Yes, that's fine. Okay, so I got rid of everything. I might have to do the filter again. So there we go. Now, another thing I'm going to look for, like that's 2019. Doesn't look like we have that one again. Thought I saw 2020. Okay. Now, what I can do is I'm copy all that. And actually, you know, another thing that I've done, this is kind of a fun thing. So this is another thing you can do with this tool that'll make it so it's not repeating itself as much. So you put the pound sign or hashtag sign, and what you want to do is go like this and this, and this will make it so it stays on the one in the E column. Oops. You change the order of this. There we go. That's row F. Column F, I mean. Boom. Okay, so we have all those. So I'm going to copy those and go into my document. I'm going to paste those in there. Okay, see how I pasted those? Now, one thing you can do, I believe, I've made those bigger before. Oh, I know what I did. I put them in a Google Doc quick. This is one thing you can do to, you could do this in WordPress too, or Grammarly, or whatever. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make them larger. Actually, you know what? That's not how I did it. I want to show you exactly what I did. So, I think what I did the header 2 tag. So this is some HTML. I know, nerdiness. Sorry, guys. And that's the end of the header 2. What I'm going to do is put that there. All right, so this one should have the beginning and end of the header 2. Okay. That's what I did. All right. Then I went into WordPress. Okay. I did post. And I'm going to add new. I use the classic editor still. You know, if you were using Gutenberg, you probably don't have to do this, but I still like classic. So I'm going to switch to text mode. And I'm going to copy and paste that code in there. Then we'll get the visual. And this will get rid of those header tags. There we go. Now I can copy that. Copy that. And I will go into here. This should, oops, I must not have copied. Edit, copy, and edit, and we'll just paste. All right, so you can see these are larger. This is just for copying back and forth into the WordPress thing. So out of curiosity, I'm just curious, how many words are we at? So we're at 545 words with just questions. And yeah, there's some of them we may not use. Some of them are, redundant, but these are the questions people are asking Google about email marketing. So they're looking for something, they want information on that. So it just makes sense to create content on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it right. So can you make money with email marketing? Let's see what the system thinks you should. Okay, so there we go. So I can go like that. And let's say I wanted it to continue on with that. I could either write a few words here, I think it's usually about 10, or I just copy about the last sentence or so, and then I have it continue its thought and see if there's any more that it will do. So it's still kind of on that topic. I'm going to copy and paste that again. All right, so these are other questions. So I'm going to just delete those. I'm going to see if there's anything else that it wants to add on this topic before I move on to the next question. All right. Let's see if there's any more here. Compose. You'd want to fact check these tips. Okay, now it's kind of repeating itself there. Okay. So that's quite a bit of information answering that question. I'm sure that information will pass Copyscape and Grammarly check. So why don't we do this next one? Do I need a website for email marketing? Okay. Enter a few lines here. I'll hit compose. All right, and we'll continue on here. All this stuff you would want to look over, fix any grammar, correct it if it's wrong, that kind of thing. This is more just giving an example of how quickly you can do this. Get rid of those questions because they're not really relevant. Let's see if there's anything else that it'll continue with on that. Okay, that's not really relevant. I don't know if it'll do this die one. I know the AI stuff usually doesn't like that, so we're gonna see what happens. It may give me an error. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions so far. Wonderful commentary. Thanks so much for your insight and opinion. I'd like to see what you're doing with your life. So what this is doing is it is using, it's gone through the internet and it's seen how people write. And then what it does is it is trying to answer these questions and create content based off of how people write things. So the text that it writes will read like a person wrote it. Now you want to fact check things, you want to make sure everything's accurate and grammatically correct and stuff like that. But we've been doing this for, I don't know, 25 minutes, just kind of dicking around with this. We're at 1,300 words. Yeah, I know a lot of them are questions so far, but we found all the top questions that people want answers to in email marketing. We've found a way where we can have this write a lot of our content for us. We can clean it up a little bit, make things a little bit better, put things with our own little personal flair on them, but it's doing a lot of the work for us. It's really what this is. This is like a tool, like, let's say you're a woodworker, or you're someone like your computer. Your computer's a tool. You can use it for good, you can use it for bad. You can do a lot of stuff with your computer. You can do a lot of stuff with a lot of tools out there. Someone that works construction, their hammer and their saw and other things like that, those are useful tools, but you need to know how to use it, and you need to know how to guide it. And this is what's useful about this is you can start writing the answer to a sentence, or you can start giving it a thought, and it's going to kind of finish your sentences and think things through. And sometimes it gets it wrong. It's not perfect, but a lot of times it gets it really going. This is a good cure for writer's block. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste here some more and see what this does. All right. The pro version is definitely worth it, Anthony. I've been on the pro version for a couple weeks now. I don't know if you were on this when I was immediately on, but yesterday I wrote a blog post that was 13,000 words in length, and I was just following the same process that I'm going through, demonstrating this. I'm not going to stay on here and do this whole thing because it'll take quite a while. But I answered 91 questions here, and I didn't expand on these as much. I realized I could really expand on once I got further into this. You can see these are a lot longer answers than the first ones. Like this one goes on for a while, and so this is 13,000 words. I've had, what are we at now? 196 people have liked this post already. So yeah, it's definitely worth doing. I think the link that I have on here, it will give you a free trial for the pro version, like a couple days worth, and I think that lets you write, I want to say it was 10,000 words when I signed up, and then it's like $99 a month or something like that. So it's pretty cool. I definitely would try it out and play with it. This is what I've found to be really useful. I've also used this to answer questions on Quora. So same process. And what I did is I would grab a question and I'd answer it. Now, prior to this, I hadn't done anything with this site. I'd answered one question, and it had like 100 some views, and that was 2015 or something like that. And it was like I joined in 2015. Okay, so I added these on like April, I think 2nd, 3rd, 4th, something like that. The 4th is the last day I put one on here because I was curious to see. And we've had over 3,000 views from these answers that I've done, and it was just copying and pasting the questions in here and seeing if it made sense. If it didn't make sense, I didn't use it, or I tweaked it a little bit. But if it made sense, I copied and pasted the answer and replied with that. I'm getting upvotes. I'm getting people following me. I'm getting people asking me questions on Quora. People are coming to my website and stuff like that and signing up for things. So there's a lot of potential there as well. As for, I'm assuming that 13,000 word post, I put this up about midnight last night. So I don't believe it's ranked yet. It's just me, sharing it online. I shared it on some social media, and I sent out an email to some of my people on my list. And so it's really just been that so far. I've had a few people say they want a link to it, and people, asking, what kind of hyperlink they should put there. If there's a certain question I want to try to rank for, I don't really care. Like whatever one they want to link to is totally fine with me. But that's basically where it's going. Like this is something that I started yesterday afternoon, and before I went to bed, I had this post up, and mostly edited. There's a few tweaks that I probably should correct here. I'm sure there's some grammar and other issues that I probably needed to fix, but I wanted to see if I could do it and see how long it would go. And some of that time I was watching TV and took the dog for a walk, went out for dinner, and well, we didn't go out for dinner, but we made dinner and all that kind of stuff. So it wasn't like I was just slaving away all day long on this thing. But it's you can have this do a lot of your work for you, and it makes your life a lot easier for doing this. So let's continue on a little bit more here. Any other questions from anyone? Yeah, you're welcome, Anthony. This is still going. And sometimes it may, kind of do a thought more than once. Like you could always get rid of things. So that one we've done quite a bit. Yeah, we're almost at 2,000 words already. Just kind of copy and paste this into WordPress so you can get a feel for this. I should probably close some of these windows. It's kind of... Yeah, well, I'm glad I was able to help. There's I think a lot of potential with Pro there, Anthony. I think it's a very useful tool. So I've put this in here. Like we're not gonna be real great here for the SEO just because I've got all those other questions I haven't answered. I'm gonna close some of these other things just because it's getting a little sluggish here. Haven't live streamed on this one in a while. Might have to just save the post and refresh. I'm going to refresh and just see if that helps. I think it's because we're live streaming and I didn't actually live stream when I did this last time. The things you'd want to do is, do some bullet points in here. You'd want to like maybe bold email marketing. I'm just going to exit the page and refresh. There we go. I have to clear my cache or something. We'll see. But you can bullet things. You can do all sorts of fun stuff. So what I'm going to do is your top email marketing questions answered for month. Yeah. So it'll be your top, I don't know, 97 email marketing questions answered for April 2021. So I'm using a plugin to do that. It's like dynamic email something or other. So what I'm going to do is email marketing FAQ. That's my slug there. I'll paste this in. Now I do have Squirrely and I have Rank Math installed. I'm going to put this as FAQ. I'm also going to set up a category for email marketing. Put email marketing. I'm also going to grab my other tags. So this is where I was doing those commas. I believe it was this file. Okay, and I think it was this one. Don't make sure I'm grabbing the right thing. Yeah. Copy that. Paste those tags in there. I don't need that last comma. Boom, all those tags are added. Kind of handy. Let's see, what else can we do here? We'll type in email marketing. We're already at 68 out of 100 for a score, and we've barely done anything. So a lot of that's because our content is so long. So my keyword density is quite high, mainly because I've asked a bunch of questions I haven't answered yet. I haven't linked to anything that's going to be useful. I haven't added an image with the alt tag for email marketing in there. I do have a table of contents plugin, so we can show that. Let's see, it looks like there was another question here. Let me close this. I have my blog. That's good. Yeah, this is very useful for blogging. And I want to see what Squirrely says too. Email marketing. You know what? We'll go with that one. Just see. Should put a bold this. That's one thing. Put that in there. I guess I'm not seeing your full question, and it's also not showing your name on my end. But you said something about that you have your own blog, and then any suggestions. So I'm not sure what suggestion you're looking for. So just by adding that picture and by bolding email marketing, we got up to a 72. Now, what I could do, I think I put it in there twice. I could get rid of these other questions. How to build a successful blog? Well, give people content they want. This is, what I'm doing is I'm, answering the actual questions people have about email marketing, putting it into a blog post, and then I'm optimizing it for SEO. I mean, that's really what you should be doing, and what is going to be useful. Then you'll want to be sharing that on social media and trying to get people to link to your posts, and going from there. I'm probably going to drive some paid traffic as well, and I'll ask some friends to link to it and things like that. I mean, it's stuff like that you're going to want to do. So what I will do is I'm going to save my draft. WordPress is going really slow. All right. I'm going to preview this. Like I haven't made it live, but I'll preview it. Okay, that's probably it. There's some issue with AMP. I'll have to deal with that. I'll preview. So, I mean, you can see here, we're already getting a, first part of it ready. Some of these, like this is a pretty long paragraph. I'm gonna have to break that up a little bit and make that better. MLGS really isn't what I'm covering in this video here today. It's just another traffic source. I did send some traffic. Actually, I did email my lead gen secret leads, my blog post. So there is some potential there. There's lots of ways to get traffic. I get traffic from social media. I get traffic from videos. I get traffic from my own email list. I get traffic from my lead gen secret. I get traffic from people, landing on my website. I get traffic from the search engines. I get traffic from, paid traffic that I'm paying for. There's lots of different traffic sources out there, and you should utilize as many as you're comfortable using and as much of a budget as you have for using things. If you only have free stuff, if you can only afford to do free, do free. If you can afford to, spend some money on paid traffic, do paid traffic. And there's tons of ways to drive traffic. So I'll answer a couple more of these questions with this tool just to bring our thing up a little bit more. And we'll compose. Probably going to have to look at the more of the context of this question, because I'm not sure what they're talking about. Does email marketing pay media? Because there's a couple different things that could mean. So I might have to look at what some of the competition's putting on that. Does email marketing still work in 2021? Compose. I don't particularly like that answer, so what I'm going to do is yes. Now it'll completely change the tone of that message. Okay. Okay. Let's see where we're at. I think it was those two questions. Let's go back to our post. Paste that in there. It's 74. We're getting close to getting that one. Let's see, I know there was one of these paragraphs was awfully long. Now I would personally edit this later on, but I'm just trying to show that you can do a few minor edits here and increase your score. So that's 77 out of 100, so I switched to short paragraphs. What I think I'll do is, say I'm at 92% for squirrely, is I'm going to do another picture. Put that. And put that here. Just grab that one. Okay. And then move it down some more. Might put another picture in here just to make it a little more visually appealing. I'm not really paying attention to what these pictures are. I'm just, just putting them in. Now I'm going to answer a few more questions. And you'll want to fact check all these things. Like, I'm not going to publish this post without looking at it. Okay, compose some more. feel like it said something similar to that earlier, so it may be repeating itself a little bit, kind of writing the same thing, a slightly different format. So you have to pay attention to that. All right. Still going. If you include all the questions, we're at over 3,000 words here, and I've barely written anything. I think the only thing I wrote was yes. And yeah, there's going to be some things I remove and things I tweak, but I think we're giving you a good idea of just how powerful this is and why I like it. All right, so now we've finally got to some stuff where it's like kind of related questions. I could include them, but I'm not going to. So copy this. I would think this will put us over the edge here. So that's 83 out of 100. So like I don't have any, links here. Maybe I'll do one to my other post. If you liked this post, be sure to check out my affiliate marketing FAQ. Link to that one. Okay, so that should do that link. Okay, now I could do, I'm at 88 out of 100, and I'm at 92% on Squirrely. I'll put another image in here, see if we can up this some more. Put that one in. Yeah, we're at 2,951 words right now. Keyword density is 0.68, so I might just copy another question or two and see if that puts us up. Copy a few more questions. I won't do the answers. I just want to see if that'll put us up any for the time being. Okay, we're at 0.78, so we're at 91 of 100. Let's grab a couple more questions here. Just see if I can get this to 100. Oh, looks like I can go a little more. $94. All right, so got that, an outbound link. What? I'm just gonna link to like a Wikipedia article for email marketing or something. Won't necessarily have to do it in this top one, but I'm just going to put that in there for now. So that is 98%. All right. I think that is a pretty good example here. What I'm going to do, just get rid of these for now. I'll save this draft. I mean, here we're at, 50 minutes in, and, we've already answered a bunch of questions. We've got a very highly optimized page. And yeah, there's going to be some tweaking and editing we have to do, and I have a lot more questions to answer. But I'm also answering questions on here from you guys, and I'm just trying to optimize things as I go. It would be better to just write all the content and then copy it into WordPress afterwards. But let's just see what the current version looks like. I'd also want to do some little design elements, like these tips. Maybe I'd bold them, and maybe I'd make them a little bit more interesting, put in some more pictures, things like that. Having some bolding and italics and underlines and things. But that's how you do this. That's how you optimize these posts. That's how you write the content with conversion.ai. That's how you use SEO Minion to find out what questions people have about it. So if you want to start doing this, there's a link next to this video. You can click that and sign up for conversion.ai. You get a trial of that, and you can start doing this with different niche markets that you want to be in, and let it do a lot of the writing for you, and then you just do some minor editing to make sure things flow and make sense. I highly recommend using Grammarly, because it's got if you have a paid plan with them, they have a plagiarism checker. Otherwise, there's Copyscape, which can check plagiarism just to be safe. It's good to do that. I haven't really noticed anything with this. I've ran it through different plagiarism checkers, and the things it'll be like, affiliate marketing is a good way to make money, or something like that. It'll be something that's totally innocuous of plagiarizing. It's not any like step-by-step thing or anything. It's just how you would normally phrase a sentence, and you might get a couple of those in a document this big, and it's nothing. I guess it's like cliches kind of thing is what it'll basically. You might get some false positives with those, but you look at it and see what the article is. And another thing you can do, so let's pretend this was one that had that issue, or I didn't like it. I can rephrase it. I can just highlight it, and so here it's going to rephrase that particular sentence, and it just made it more interesting. And I don't have to really do any effort for that. So I think I might keep that. Oops. That's pretty cool. Let's see if it does it again. So we're getting all sorts of different ones. So I'm just going to keep that for now. But I think you get the idea. Pretty cool. Click the link next to this video. Sign up for conversion.ai. I think you get 10,000 credits to try it out. And they also have their unlimited plan, which just went on sale again today. So I love this tool. I have spent a lot of time with this tool. I have used it to write a couple 100,000 words, or pretty darn close to that, in the last couple weeks. And I go in spurts. Some days I haven't really used it, and other days I have done 10 or 20,000 words in a day just playing with the tool and finding things out with it and demonstrating how it works. And so a lot of potential with this. There's a lot of room to really grow with this. You could take this information and use these as scripts for videos. You could turn it into books. I've seen people put books on Amazon. In fact, I bought a book on Amazon that was written using this tool. You can do blog posts like I'm doing. You can answer questions on social media like I've done with it. You can do all sorts of cool stuff with it. So I think you owe it to yourself to click the link next to this video and get signed up for at least a free trial of this. Play with it, see what you think. I think it's a really cool way to generate content.